On a previous video, I showed you how to save audio onto a slide and then to upload, to save that as a video file in the view that you might be able to release that through to your students to look at. So this session, this video, I'm going to show you how to upload that video that you've made to the Stream platform. The Stream platform is a little bit like YouTube, except it's provided by Microsoft and it's locked into the college's infrastructure. So it's great because it covers aspects like safeguarding and GDPR, because you can't access the videos that are on there unless you're logged into the college with your BMET ID. So let's just go to PowerPoint that I prepared for this. So this is the one we're going to be working with. It's just a little blended piece to issue before a lesson to get students ready for a discussion in class. So what we've done is we've put some audio onto each slide, and you can see that from the side pane there that there's something in there, and I've exported it as a video. So that video itself now sits in my OneDrive, and that's the file, and that's what we're going to use to upload. So let's go to a nice clean Chrome window. Remember, for anything to do with Office 365 and the college's infrastructure, you really want to be using Chrome browser or the latest version of Microsoft Edge, the one that's built on Chromium. So into our window here, we're just going to go to office.com. Automatically going to log me in because I'm logged in other windows. Up in the top left, we have what they call a waffle. So if we click on that, you see it opens up the various different apps. Now, the one we're looking at is called Stream, and I have it appearing here. You may not, if you haven't been there already, in which case just click on the All Apps button there, and it'll give you a full list of all your Microsoft apps. Once you've used one once, it should appear in the main waffle. So we'll click Stream and wait for that to boot through. And we go to the main stream. It's quite friendly. Welcome back, John. So here we've got the button for My Content. Now, I'll quickly show you this before I start to upload the file, just so you can see where we're going with it. And I'm going to go down to Channels. Now, I've set up a series of channels which are like folders to put videos into, because it keeps things a little bit neater and a little bit tidier. The channel we're going to use today is this one here called John's Functional English. And we're going to upload our video and put it in there so that students from the Functional English group will be able to go in, access it, and it'll be along with all of the other videos that relate to that particular class. So, over on the right-hand side, we can see a little arrow with a line above it, and when we hover over it, it says Upload Video. So we're going to click on that. Now here we can either open up Explorer and simply click on the file and drag it across and drop it in, or we can browse and find it that way. So if we browse through and we look for the folder that it sits in, so it's 2021 Functional, and there we have the video. So click on that and then simply hit Open. And it gives us a dialog window here. It tells us it's uploading, 6% there. Now here's where we can start to change a few things. We want to give our video a name. By default, it will take the name of the PowerPoint for whatever you saved it as, but we could type something else in there. I'm going to leave it as it stands. Then we could put a description of it. So here, for example, material to watch before the next lesson. We'll keep it simple. One of the things that we want to double check here is that we've got the language set to English, because as long as it's to English, Stream itself will generate subtitles for us. So we notice there it's uploading. We could add a custom thumbnail. I'll go back and do that afterwards. We want to go to Permissions. I'm going to allow everyone in the company to view the video. That's fine. Remember, it can't go outside of that because you have to have the BMET login in place. And who do we want to really share it with? Well, here I want to put it into that channel. So what I do is to drop down there, click on Channels, and I can search for my channel. So it's called John's Functional English. So we just type John's in there and hit the, and there we see it, John's Functional English. So we click on that. That's going to make sure that it appears in that channel that we specified. We could, if we wanted to, assign it to a group of our learners. If we've created a group in Stream, and we could use that, or we could assign it to individual people as well if we wanted to use Stream, for example, to upload a one-to-one and we only wanted to share it with the other person. Okay. So we click the permissions back up. We've got the details in place. We had our permissions. We click on options. So we're going to allow comments. You can have comments toggled on or off. It depends how you feel about your students. I tend to leave them on. If you've recorded the audio or it's kind of a grainy sound to it, you can try using this noise suppression tool there. Again, I tend not to. And if we make sure that little tick's ticked for auto-generate captions, and that will save us a lot of time later on in terms of creating a subtitle. Let me just click there. Okay, the upload's complete. We've got all the video details in place. So we scroll down and we just hit the publish button. And it will start to publish our video through. So now if we go to my videos, either there or from the content tab, what we'll do is we'll go down and I'll do it this way around. So my channels again, and John's Functional English. And there is our video. So we could play that, but we'll get a load of sound cropping up from it as well. Key things now are, because it's on streams, we need to share it out. So across on the right, under ellipse, got lots of different pieces of information here. We've got a share button. If we click on that, that will generate a link that we can just copy. And then we could send that out to our learners, or we could automatically send it as an email from there by selecting various different groups. Or we could take an embed code, which would allow us to put it onto a website. In all honesty, I would ignore the embed option and simply go with share and share out. If we wanted to share to Yammer, we could do. There's a lot of other things that we could do with the videos once they're completed. We could insert a form into it, or we could play around with the transcript information. I've just opened this pane there. Oh, there we go. So it has worked and there is audio to it. And if you look here, we've got the transcript of what I was saying. And that's automatically been generated through, and there's a little closed captions button there that you can toggle to turn it on or off when you're viewing it. And I've done another video that explains that you might want to share with your learners. Sometimes these auto-generated captions go a little bit funny depending on your accent and depending on what kind of mood I think that the machine learning process in the background is. So you might find that there's the odd word that goes in a little bit strangely. I'm just looking to see if there was an obvious one there. I was kind of diverted to the Moore's word. I don't really know what it's trying to say there, but we could go into the video and find out. And you can change any one of those or adjust any one of those. There we go. I could click onto it, and then you could edit it, change what it says, approve the edit, and it will go back in there. There's an interactivity tab, and that's when you can start to insert forms in if you want to have a little bit of checks and measure to what the students are doing. I use this quite a lot and add a form in there, and if you do, what it will do is when they get to a certain point within the video will stop until a student's completed the form and submitted it, and then it'll allow them to play it through again. And that is how you share your videos, your narrated videos of your PowerPoints with your learners. I hope that's helpful.